Big Lou, and you're watching Big Lou Barbecue and Other Things I Want to Do. And let me tell you what I got going on for you. I want to tell you about a new product that ThermoWorks just released earlier this week, back on January 13th. I think that was Thursday, all right? And it's really cool. First, I want to tell you about the old product. I really love it. It's called the Dot, all right? And if you watched my channel over the last year or so, you know I really like my Dot. The reason I like my Dot is because it's simple. And, you know, Mama told me to be a simple kind of man. I learned that from my friend Leonard. Yeah, y'all know my friend Leonard. Anyway, be a simple kind of man. This is simple. 3 buttons, an on-off button and up and down buttons. So you turn it on like that, right? And of course it's saying no probe, but if I put a probe in it right here like that, okay, it shows you, you know, the temperature of the room I'm in here, all right? And yeah, it's kind of cool in here, all right? And you just go up and down and set, so if you want a chicken, you go to 165. When it gets to 165, it beeps. Hit any one of these 3 buttons and a little backlight comes on that you can see there, all right? I like it because it's simple, but it's only 1 probe, all right? Now you can tell why they call it the Dot, because it's round. It comes in about 9 different colors, but I like yellow. All right, so this is what ThermoWorks did, y'all. They came out with a new one. Yeah, you notice it ain't round, it's square. That's why they call it the square Dot. That's why they call it square Dot. If I was in charge at ThermoWorks though, I'd have called it something different. They call it the square Dot because it's square. I still would have called it something different. Let me open it up and I'll show you what I would have called it, all right? So let's get the package open. I haven't even broken the seal yet. ThermoWorks did send this to me in exchange for, you know, product review or an expectation of a product review. They didn't say I had to review it, but I am a ThermoWorks affiliate and I'll have links below to the simple Dot. By the way, there's some debate on what Dot stands for. Some people say it stands for do one thing because all it does is give it a temperature and when it gets to the alarm, it beeps, okay? Do one thing. Some people say the Dot stands for digital oven thermometer. That's important as we talk about this new square Dot, all right? It's got, there's a probe right there. There's a probe right there. I wonder why there's 2 probes. Voila, look at that. Look at that. Now it's not on. It's got that little thing on there right there to show you what it'll look like, you know, when it is on, you know, to make it look like it's on in the package. It's just a little sticker thing, okay? Anyway, it does come with batteries. You pull that little thing out right there. I better put my pocket knife away before I stab myself in the nose. All right, it's already beeping. Look at that. Yeah, you notice it's got 6 buttons, not 3. This one had 3, this one has 6. Also notice it's got 2 probe ports. Yeah, they call it the square Dot because that one's round and this one's square. However, if I was in charge of ThermoWorks, and I'm not, I got nothing to do with them other than the fact that if you buy one through my link below, I get a little commission on it, all right? Thank you, by the way. I'd have called it the double Dot. The double Dot, yeah, because you got to like that alliteration. Because it's got 2. This one's got 1, that one's got 2. This is a double Dot. I might even call it double Dot. They call it the square Dot. Now check this out. It does something different, all right? Let's say you got 2 pieces of meat. You put 2 probes in there, you'll need another meat probe, all right? And you can check, you know, chicken 1 and chicken 2 or roast 1 and whatever else you got in there, another roast or another part of the roast or whatever you got, you know? Or you can check the temperature, the ambient temperature in your oven, your pellet smoker, your drum smoker, your grill, whatever you got, all right? I'm gonna use this in my wood-fired oven because I'm gonna need it, all right? And so one can measure the ambient temperature inside the thing. So if you wanna cook at 350, you set it for 350, it beep and tell you when it's there. You say, well, that's in my electric oven that does that already, or my pellet smoker, it does that already. Well, let me tell you, electric ovens, they don't always stay right at 350. What they do is they got a thermostat and they go up a little bit above 350 and then they turn off and they go down. And then temperature gets down to a little bit below or whatever temperature you want. You know, if it's 400, 425, whatever you're cooking at, right? 325, whatever you're cooking at. And it goes down a little bit below the set temperature, and then it kicks back on, and it heats it back up and goes up a little bit above the temperature, and then it goes back off. And so the temperature is fluctuating in like that. And it does it in pellet smokers too, okay? It fluctuates a little bit. And what this does is it'll give you the average temperature over the last 15 minutes. So you put the average button on there and it works for this bottom thing right there and it gives you the average temperature. So maybe you've got your oven set for 350 and the average temperature over the last 15 minutes is 380 or 382. Now that might not matter if you're cooking meat. All right, 325 and it's averaging 335. That's not gonna matter a whole lot if you're cooking a chicken. It really isn't. But if you're baking a cake or you're cooking a pie or a souffle, you don't want your souffle to sink, you know? So that it gives you an accurate reading of what your oven is. And if your oven's off, you'll know it, all right? It's got two little magnets so that you could stick it right on the back of the oven or right in some safe place. Or it's got a little kick out stand here, okay, that you pull out. And I can't do it because I'm, well, right there, you see? And so it'll stand up on a counter, all right? Anyway, I've got my drum smoker outside. I've got a chicken prepped and ready to go in it. And let's go outside. I'm gonna put one to monitor the air temperature of my drum smoker, one to monitor the chicken, and let's test out this new square dot from ThermoWorks. I wanna thank ThermoWorks for sending it to me, and I wanna thank you for watching. All right, you're looking at my thermometer holder on the side of my drum smoker here, and this thermometer right there, right about there, an A will pop up when you put it in average mode. Now, you see that average button? You gotta, I didn't read the directions, and I should have probably, because you push it and nothing happens. You gotta hold it down for maybe 3 seconds or so, and then that little A pops up, and now we're in average mode, all right? I'll put that right there where that belongs. It sticks real well. Those magnets are pretty strong, all right? And I'm gonna plug this in to the bottom, right like that. And I'm gonna pull my cork out and put that through there, just like that. Now, I've got a little clip in there. It comes with the clip, but I've got one that I just kind of keep in my smoker, same thing. So you're gonna see the clip doesn't look all shiny and new because it's not a shiny and new clip. Put my little cork back in there and let's go put it in the clip. All right, now you're looking inside my smoker and I'm just put that right there, shut it back down. When it comes up to the 325 temp I want, I'm gonna put my chicken in. All right, it won't be long now. It's getting close to the 325 mark, and when it does, I'm gonna open it up and put my chicken in. Now it is on the average mode, and the temperature will drop when I open the lid, and then it'll give oxygen to the fire, and it'll go up and all that stuff, and there it goes, you see it? So now we're doing average temperature over the last 15 minutes. You can see that it was climbing. So I know that it's at 325 though. So we're going to go ahead and put the chicken in and hook that probe up. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is just put in a chicken, and you can tell that's take two, can't you? All right, anyway, I didn't have the chicken ready. I'm gonna put my probe right in here, and in the deepest part of the breast, so it should be about right in there. And go ahead and shut this down. I've already pulled the cord through the hole over here. All righty. Now that chicken is just a straight truss chicken. I'm not doing a beer can chicken or hanging chicken or anything, spatchcock chicken. Just fire roasting a chicken, straight truss like that. I did inject it. All right, and now we'll go ahead and put my chicken, it's telling me my chicken's 51 degrees on the inside. I've had it sitting out for a little bit, you know. Anyway, when it gets to 165, my chicken will be done. All right, well, it's been on quite some time. You can see the chicken temperature is up to 109. And I did turn the average function back on. It says the average over the last 15 minutes is 330. So I know there's been no wild swings in my drum smoker or something. I did make a little bit of adjustment because I do want it at 325. But anyway, it's chicken. If it goes up to 350, it's not a big deal. And you can see it's still climbing. So I did just make the adjustment there. I don't know how often I'll use the average function in the drum smoker, but it would be come in real handy for an oven or a pellet smoker or something like that. But it does a 2-channel dot, and I gotta say, I like it. I like simple things. Well, the chicken's getting close. We're gonna go for 165. I actually raised the temperature to 350 because I want this chicken to get done. We need to eat sometime this evening. And, you know, between 325 and 350 is fine. So it's been averaging at 346. I notice it changes about every minute. So it's given, you know, the average of the last 15 minutes. And I find that somewhat convenient. Anyway, I think I like the square dot. I think you will too. All right, it's going off at 165. That's where I had it set. So, and 348 is the average over the last 15 minutes or so. So it's about where I want it to be. Let's go ahead and take a look at this chicken. Here's how you turn the alarm off. Just hit any button right there Alarm goes off. All right, so let's have a look at this bird. Oh, it looks fabulous. Absolutely wonderful. Just look at that. Just look at that. All right, now this is a Thermopin 1. It's a really high quality, nice thermometer. And I'm fortunate to have it from Thermopin. 165 right there, 166. Check this side. Get in there. 160. I'm gonna let that go a little bit longer. It'll probably carry over cook, but I'm gonna let it sit in here just a little bit longer. And check the dark meat real quick. Down in the thigh, 190. Yeah, the thigh meat's good. So, and the legs are good. I'm gonna let it go just a little bit longer. It'll probably carry over cook as it rests, but I do want it at 165 before I pull it out of here. But as I say about this thermometer, it's really nice, but it can be a little pricey for the home cook. I'll have a link down below for it, but I'll also have a link to the ThermoWorks Dash, which is another favorite of mine. I used to use the Thermopop, but it doesn't work on my induction stove. The Dash is a much better thermometer. Anyway, Thermopin 1 and the square dot, links will be below. Guys, I really like using this square dot. Anyway, I'm gonna let that chicken sit just a little bit longer, pull it off, cut it up, and we got dinner. This thing is nice, good barbecue thermometer. If you don't need a remote readout, like so you can watch the TV or something. For a chicken that takes 90 minutes, it's not a bad little gig. Anyway, ThermoWorks square dot.